welcome to Square Circle Boxing. Joined here today with the man of the moment, Leigh Wood. How you going, buddy?
Good, very good.
Yeah, feeling it.
Enjoying myself a little bit, you know, catching up on a bit of food, friends, family, being in Nottingham. It's good because obviously I spend so much time away, not eating nothing and grafting hard. It's nice to be around my friends, my family. Little things like taking my daughter dancing and stuff, you know, it's good.
Great. Well, you went out and you fought David Oliver Joyce and took us through that fight.
It's pretty much how I expected, to be honest. I knew he would start getting desperate. I thought he would start coming in with his head and hitting me, like pulling my head down. I thought it'd be more, he'd get more desperate than he actually did, but he kind of just started jumping in. You know, he started just throwing hell for leather, and exactly how I thought it would. And I thought as soon as he starts getting desperate, I'll catch him. He'll be walking up to shots, and he did. It was tough, very, very tough. And credit to him because I've never hit on so hard before. So yeah, credit to Joyce.
He was resilient as well. Very
resilient, super fit. You can't knock him. You can't knock him. I think if you'd boxed anyone else on the night, you'd have given him help. And, he did good. He did very good, and I expected it. I expected a hard fight. That's why I chose him. After I didn't want an easy fight. Didn't expect an easy fight, but I wanted to beat him and send a message out to the other semi-finalists as well. So.
Well, going back to that, where you did the pull out, the section, the first bit, you put up all the ball out of the bag. I think there's the four reds, four blue numbered.
If you pull a blue ball, you get the choice of 4 red balls. The blue balls are numbered 1 to 4. So if you got number 1, you get the first pick. Number 2, you get the left of the 3 remaining reds. The 3, you get 2 remaining reds, and if you pick blue 4, you get whatever red ball is left.
Yeah.
The pick went from A to Z with your surname. Obviously I'm Wood, so I was last. So odds on for me, whatever was left, I was expecting a red ball, but no, I got the best ball.
Yeah, you got number 1 first pick, yeah. And it absolutely stunned everybody because you could have just gone, yeah, I'm going to take the easier fight there. There weren't no particularly easy fights there, but they were easier.
When I got there on the day, I spoke to Ryan Walsh, and the Mexican fella, he was never going to make weight. He was never going to make weight. And I got in the ring and I said, right, since I was with him, he said, he's not making weight. I said, there's no way he's making weight. So, going off that information, I knew he wasn't going to make weight. I could have chose him, knowing that I would have got the substitute.
Yeah.
They would have been coming in late notice, a few weeks to prepare, coming up from 2 bantamweight. And he's a very good fighter, but I knew that we had not had much time to prepare. Same with the Spanish fella, very reckless. Seen him fight a bit on YouTube, like seen snippets of him. I could have picked 2 easier fights there. Obviously Ryan Walsh would have been my first pick if the British title would have been on the line.
Yeah,
so he was the other opponent. So
I think that shocked a lot of people in Nottingham.
Really,
didn't go through that, but
yeah,
then it emerged later.
Him, yeah, because I watched him for so long, I know what I need to do to beat him.
Yeah.
And I could have done it on the night, but you know, I probably thought Joyce because I've not seen much of him, and he was unbeaten, he was hungry, he was determined to win, former Olympian. I knew I was going to have probably as hard fight, or maybe even harder fight with him, but style wise I just knew he'd get desperate. I knew his style would bring out the best in me, so yeah.
Well, it certainly did. I think when you watch that, well, I've watched it back a couple of times, that fight, and to be honest, we're not really used to seeing you fight like that. I mean, normally you're a slick operator, you punch, you move, you don't take a lot of punches back. And on that fight, you seemed to just go to war. Was that the plan? Was it to set the mark to say?
There's a lot of things circulating. Like a few people rang me. You know, I can take criticism very well. You have to in boxing because you need to learn all the time, and everything's about experience. But I got a few phone calls off a few close friends, hearing a few things circulating, and a few people saying, "Oh, he's a good boxer, but he can't do this, and he ain't got this, and he ain't got the X factor." And all these things, you remember them. you know. And I can grind it out. I have got balls. I've got a quitting burn in me, and maybe I thought in the back of my head, because I didn't have a great camp either. I was not at my best on my last fight. A lot of problems in my camp, but I just knew I was going to win no matter what. If I have to grind it out, I was going to win. So maybe that mentality slightly swayed me, but I thought, you know what, I'll prove to these that I can win more than one way.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what I went out and did.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you did. You seemed on there. You weren't afraid to take a punch to give a punch. That was a certain. You took a fair share in there.
The last interview I did before the fight was with Charlie Slater, and I said to him, this is hours before the fight on the day, I said to him, they underestimate my power, they underestimate my fitness, and they underestimate my skills, and I'm gonna grind him down, break him down, and I think I pretty much got it bang on, because they did. They don't think they realised how fit I was and my skills. They didn't realise I could move. They probably thought because I'd not done anything in the amateur scene, and he's reached a very high level, his skills would be a lot better. But they didn't realise that I've trained at a high level for the last 10 years along 3 world champions, and you know, my mentor Brendan Ingle, his skill set and teaching what he had us doing is way beyond the level that he boxed at. So people dismiss it.
Yeah, that's it. So you believe that the Ingle, learning from the Ingle, getting the Ingle style has helped you massively?
Yeah, I mean it's not for everyone. You can't get every fight in the world and teach them the same way because everyone's different, everyone thinks different. Everyone mechanics are different, but for me, it was the best place to be.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously with Brendan as well, it's just you can't put a price on the experience I gained and the lessons that I was taught. So
yeah, he was a great bloke.
Yeah.
I only met him a handful of times.
Met him a few times, yeah.
He made a massive impression on me.
I feel fortunate to have been in his presence and rubbed off all passed on all his teachings to me. Like he used to repeat himself all the time. I tell people before, he used to repeat himself every day, and I think, he's told me every day 5 times this week. I'm glad he did because my memory's not great, and I do remember nearly everything he told me.
Drilled it home.
Yeah.
So moving on then. So you end up, you pick the title up. You come home. What's it been like being back home then?
It's been brilliant. Yeah. I love Nottingham. Eventually, I'd like to have me in gym in Nottingham and my own fighters, but obviously I've got my career first. But yeah, I love Nottingham. I love being in Nottingham, around all my friends, family, and my daughter. So yeah, it's been good. It's been good catching up on a bit of food as well. You know, having some good meals. But yeah. At the same time though, I've been straight back in the gym, but it gets bored. You know, all your friends at work in the day.
Yeah,
so I've been back in the gym quite quick. But I love it, you know, because this part. Normally when we got a fight coming up, you're making weight. All the sessions are hard, they're intense, twice a day, and you can't really enjoy it as much because it's so intense, and you got the pressure of the fight, they're making the weight, the sparring. So after a fight, when you can eat a bit more, and you don't have to be in the gym, you go back and enjoy it. So I go enjoy body sparring with my mates and messing about and in the bags and practicing things without the pressure. So I do enjoy it because I do love boxing. So
yeah, it's the way to go. Right. Unless there's anything else you want to add, anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, just obviously Ian Grant put up with a lot this camp.
Yeah.
My trainer. Yeah, he put up with a lot. Some days I was being a bit of a diva, you know, with the weight, and I had a few issues early in camp. I didn't have a great camp at all,
right.
But we just knew. Like I said to him, look, I'll get through these get through these quarterfinals at any cost, and I know I've got it in me to do it. No matter who I box, I'll get through it at the percentage, probably 60-70%, and I knew I would do it. But yeah, he took a lot of the brunt of it. So thanks to him for the camp. I already told him anyway, but yeah, and Dave. Like without Dave, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
So massive thanks to Dave Caldwell and MTK for putting the tournament on. Semi-final down in York Hall. So that'll be good to go to London again. Great experience, proper wolf pit in that little leisure centre. And obviously it's prestigious for boxing as well, and all the fans that went down to watch enjoyed it. So yeah, it's been nice to go back.
Right, lovely. Leigh Wood, thank you very much for talking to Squared Circle Boxing.
No problem.